Everyone, this is the moment to awake and to illuminate by Irenolowo E. Adeboye. I'm here this morning with a question. How are you feeding your spirit? How are you feeding your spirit? This is a question that keeps me wondering, how are men feeding their spirit? And I believe that if you can feed on your body, if you can feed your body better, I believe the same thing is required, even much more, when it comes to your spirit, man. So let's explore, let's go deeper into these questions. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27, Genesis 1, 26 and 27, we are going to come, I want to show us something powerful in these two verses, which really brought me to this question. In Genesis 1, 26 and 27, the Bible says, and God said, let us make man in our image. Underline that verse. In verse 27, God said, and so God created man in his image. And so God created man in his image. So man is made with two experiments. Number one, man is a making vessel, and man is another creating vessel. Pay attention, please. Man is a maiden vessel, while man is also a creating vessel. Let me repeat the Bible verse. God said, let us make man, making of the man. And in verse 27, the Bible says that, so God created man in his image. So there's another part of creating man. These are the two words we are going to find in these chapters. So I want to believe that God had to go through this kind of process in creating man. Why? Because God is a spirit. You need to know that God is a spirit, and as a spirit, he cannot dwell on this planet. He cannot live here. He cannot live here because he's a spirit. For God to be able to live here, is going to need this earthly body. So don't let me be too fast. So when God was making a man, what God was actually doing is that God was actually making a body from the dust. Ọlọ́run mọ ènìyàn, ó fi amọ̀ mọ ènìyàn. That is a maiden vessel. Tí ó jọ Baba, Ọmọ, Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́. That is why the word has to come in our image. In our image. So, and that contains, or that has to do with the triune God, which is Baba, Ọmọ, Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́. God said, let us create man. No, let us make man or make man in our image. So God used the dust of the ground to make man. The second thing God does is that in a man is that he created a man. And that creating aspect has to do with the spirit of a man, which has to be God himself. So God was actually creating his own species, his own spirit in the aspect of a man. So when God made a man, which is the body, he also made a spirit of a man. This was actually what happened in the Garden of Eden when God was creating everything on this planet. God was actually making a man, and he was also creating a man. So immediately God made a man, man could not do anything. Then until God put the creating spirit of a man into the body of a man, that is when man could become a living being. Ìdí tí ènìyàn ṣe lè jẹ́ alààyè ọkàn nìyẹn. Pay attention, please. Ìdí tí ènìyàn ṣe lè jẹ́ alààyè ọkàn nìyẹn. Now pay attention. Did you know that because God is a spirit, in you as you are, bó ṣe ń wò mí, you contain the body and the spirit of a man. This body is a maiden vessel. That is why this body will return back to the sound. But your creating spirit, which is you, this is what you are. This is what is going to be in communing, or is going to be in communications. Is going to be communicating with God, because God had to create with your spirit man. He has to communicate with your spirit man. God cannot communicate with your body. So that is why, in order for you, if God has not created this body or made this body, you cannot interact in the face of this earth. Because for God to, for we as a man to be able to interact in this earthly realm, we will need the earthly suit, which is the earthly body, to be able to interact on this planet. So when God now put the creating spirit into the maiden body of a man, man became a living being. That is why you can sense, that is why man can sense things from heaven. That is why we can know things from heaven, because we have a spirit of a man, which has to be the creating part of a man. Please pay attention. You can read that yourself in the Bible. So no matter how, so, and God said, for this maiden vessel, eat everything, and have dominion, subdue, multiply everything that has to give this body. Imagine, that has to give this body nourishment. So this will make this body relevant, because you will need the food of this planet to make this body be, or to be in good shape. Wàá jẹ ewébẹ̀, wàá jẹ oríṣiríṣi láti lè jẹ́ kí ẹran ara yìí, láti lè jẹ́ kí ara yìí kó lè dùn wò. It will smoothen, á jẹ́ kí ara ẹ máa dán. Gbogbo ewéko, oúnjẹ, ẹja, everything is for this body. But your creating spirit also has a food. While you give your body, the fish, everything, ewedu, efo, everything that you give your body, did you also know that your spirit is not eating those things? Because spirit does not eat efo. Spirit does not eat fish. Now the question I come with you, that I bring to you this morning, how are you feeding your spirit? God bless you. You can comment on the I need your reply. I need your answers, and I need you to write up to me. Let's see how you are getting this. Let's interact with each other. God bless you. I am Ìrànlọ́wọ́ E. Adeboye. This is Awake to Illuminate. See you next time. Bye.